Hello, everyone. Hey everyone. Hey, okay. And welcome to my TBR for December 2013. Not 14. I only said 14. I do not know why. Yeah. So, this month, I think I am going to go for 7 books. I might end up doing a lot more. My plan was 6 books last month, and I actually ended up doing 10, I think. But I'm just gonna go with something safe, and I might not even hit the 7 books. I don't know. I could get really into games, or just get out of reading, period. But because I alternate between reading and playing video games in my spare time, and of course making videos. But my plan is 7 books. The first book, which I'm already reading, is the 5th book in the Kitty Nova series, Kitty and the Dead Man's Hand, right here. It is by Carrie Vong. I don't know how you pronounce the name. But yeah, as you see, I've already started it. I am 38 pages in there. It's about 300 or 298, somewhere along there, give or take a couple of pages. But Kitty Nova is a fantastic series about a werewolf named Kitty, yeah. But she has a radio talk show and about supernatural problems, and werewolves and supernatural stuff get exposed in the first book, and a lot of the stuff is like politics about the new supernaturals and being known and stuff. And it's a really good adult, I guess it's a adult, yeah, I mean it's with the adult character. Yeah, I really don't make the distinction between young adult and adult novels, but yeah, this is definitely an adult one. I read what I like, so, and I like supernatural books. I like mainly vampires, werewolves, and stuff. So, great series. Read the first 4 books and they are awesome. The 5th book should be awesome, so far it is. We'll see if this Carrie Vong person can keep up the great books in this series. So, next up, I said in my TBR wrap up for November that I would try to read like one Christopher, not read, reread for my second time, one Christopher Pike book a month. And Christopher Pike, if you don't know, is my favorite author. I don't know how many times I've said that. But my favorite author, I've read every one of his books, and he started publishing like in the early or mid or maybe even late, I don't know, 80s. And he has like, I don't know how many, I need to like memorize the exact number, but between 40 and 50 main books, and then like 24 books in the Spooksphere series, which is his kids series. I don't like it, the Spooksphere series that much, but his main books, I'm actually reading through that now. I'm 4 books in over 24. But his main books, I'm rereading them all. I just finished the last one that was released, and I'm rereading them all. Not in any specific order. I'm choosing a random order. Like, I'm mixing up my favorites and then my least favorites. That way it would be like a good balance. But yeah, my third reread, the first 2 was The Starlight Crystal and Witch. My third one will be Monster. You can see it here, by Christopher Pike. Of course it's by Christopher Pike. Haven't you been paying attention? And this is a awesome, I remember it being awesome. It might not be as awesome on my second reread, but I remember it being awesome. I see awesome too many times, but it's awesome. So if you like books at all, you should look up Christopher Pike if you're in the mood for one of them, because if you like any kind of books, you probably like them. I think I would recommend The Starlight Crystal, which you can only get it probably used for like $4 off of Amazon. There's no new copies being sold, or at least as far as I understand it, there isn't. If there is, it's probably, like a very high price, because it's been out of print for like over 15 years probably by now. So yeah, I'm reading Monster. I get too distracted. Okay, what is wrong with me right now? Okay, I'm also going to be reading the first book in R.L. Stein's The Babysitter series. R.L. Stein, whoa, that just fell out of it. I didn't know that was in there. Something for Borders. I remember Borders. I don't really go to bookstores, but I remember someone saying that Borders is a bookstore. So, the first book in the Babysitter series called The Babysitter, because every series has to be called the first book in the series. So, this series is actually pretty cool, because The Babysitter 2 is actually just called The Babysitter 2. Same with 3 and 4. It's awesome. I love it. I love it. It's like an actual movie or video game. You actually use numbers on it instead of just a title. So, if you've been following my videos, you know I've been reading through his first story. I read number 1 like 2 years ago, and then I started back with number 2 and number 3. I'm taking a break from first story. I plan to read all of his novels. He's an okay author. I don't really like his novels that much. They're very hit and miss, mostly miss. I mean, I've only read 3 of them, but they're good stories. You can get them for cheap, and they're just good to read on the side of more meaty stuff. So, maybe this will be vastly different and superior to the First Street novels. We shall see. Of course, the First Street's the only ones that I've read, except for one, Goosebumps, like a couple of years ago. But, yeah. So the first book in the Babysitter series by R.L. Stein. Even has his own bookmark, apparently. Before I move on, I also want to say I will be reading a couple of digital books this month on my Kindle. Although I might be partially reading them on my iPad because that has a backlight, and I'll be reading that at night. While during the day I'll be reading from my e-ink Kindle 3. But I plan to read Emily Winstop number 4 by Liz Kessler. I think that's the author's name. I don't have the book with me because it's on my Kindle and it's not really worth showing. So Emily Winstop number 4, I don't know what the sub-name for it is, but Emily Winstop number 4 by Liz Kessler. And then I'm also going to be reading, I got this book, I need to look it up because I don't know the author's name, but I got this book in one of the Kindle daily deals. It is called A Bad Day for Voodoo, and it seemed like it had a pretty, I want to say it was a funny plot. I don't know because I can't remember it too much, but I want to go through all the Kindle books that I got a few, daily deals, the good deals. You just impulse purchase them. But yeah, A Bad Day for Voodoo by Jeff Strand. I think it was a funny book, but it might be serious. I don't know because I can't remember. But I liked it enough to buy it, and even though it's impulse purchase territory, I still view my Kindle daily deal purchases as a very serious purchase, obviously. So I can't really remember the plot, but I wanted to start tackling these, and I just started with this one because I think this was one of the earlier ones that I bought. But yeah, A Bad Day for Voodoo by Jeff Strand. I will be reading that on my Kindle as well. And moving on back, I will be reading this standalone, or at least I hope it's a standalone, because I cannot get into any more series right now. And I know I'm getting into the Babysitter series, but I pretty much just view that as an extension of First Street because I'm reading all of R.L. Stein's novels at the same time. But 17 and Gone by Nova Ren Suma. And it has a pretty cool cover, and actually it's really cool. You can't really see it, but if you view it in the light, it actually says missing Abigail Sinclair, Keist Tape, Endangered Runaway, D.O.B. June 20th, 1996, missing September 2nd, 2012, age now 17, and all that stuff. So, this book is about, a girl, finds another girl, which I guess is 17 years old. A teen finds another teen that's 17 years old in like her trunk, and she wonders how the girl got there. And I really don't know more than that. I think the reason I even found out about this book was from a booktuber. I forgot which booktuber, but of course it's been so long ago. I just remember me. It was like a booktuber. Uh, I don't know. I think it started with a or when Kindle or something. I don't know. It was the video was actually called 17 and Gone and Mental Illness or something. And I think the fact that was just in the title is kind of spoilery. So I think I've always spoiled a plot twist in this book. But uh without that I probably wouldn't have wanted to read it as much as I do now. So I'm really looking forward to this, obviously, since I call this TBR 17 and Gone edition. I'm really looking forward to this. And even though this is my most look forward to, if you're wondering why I got to it like next to last, it's because I do these I list off these books in the videos in the order that I plan to read them. The order could change at any second. I could decide to read 17 and Gone right after Kitty Novel. But yeah. And then the last book is the second book in the Shadowfall series called Awake at Dawn. At least I think this is the second book. If not, it'll be the second book. I kind of had them all mixed up earlier, but I'm pretty sure this is the second book. I'll check Goodreads to make sure. But yeah, the second book by C.C. Hunter. I read the first book last month, and I actually surprisingly liked it. I figured it would be another one of the Mirror Supernatural series, but I actually really surprisingly liked it. I read that in the short story novella, which is available for free on ebook services, but last month, the 0.5 one. And yeah, uh, I really like the series. Like I said, surprisingly like the series. And I will be reading the second book in this series this month, or at least that's the plan. That is the plan. So, yeah. Here it is, minus the 2 Kindle books. All the books I plan to read. Yeah, I didn't mix up any of the other books. All the books I plan to read this month. I can't wait to get cracking on them. I'm always cracking on one of them, actually. And of course, I can't wait for the monster we read. The plot of the... I haven't actually looked at the plot of the Babysitter. I just got it in my R.L. Stein lot that I got a few months ago. And then 17 and Gold, I'm really looking... 17 and Gone, I'm really looking for that. And, of course, the next book in the Shadowfall series, which I really liked. So yeah. Great month up ahead. And I can't wait to start reading them. Well, I've always started, but you know what I mean. It's just a form of saying of words, and I'm stumbling over my words now. I hope you enjoy this TBR. Check back for next month's TBR and see if I read all my books, and check out my other videos, and check out my first book review coming December 15th. Until then.